Good morning, everyone. Today, I will go through presentation case study. Before I start, I need to introduce our team. This is my partner, Wei Sun Heng, and this is my Ang Jun. Now, I will go to section A. Understand the ETL concept. Explain the means of extraction, transformation, and loading in your own words. Extraction. Collect data from multiple sources and gather it into one place. Transformation. Clean, format, and modify the extracted data into a consistent structure. Loading. Store the transformation data into a target system for reporting and analysis. Why data cleansing is a critical part of ETL process. Improve data accuracy. Remove wrong or incomplete data. Prevent wrong decision. Bad data can lead to incorrect report and analysis. Ensure consistency. Make sure data follow the same format and role. Improve system performance. Clean data is easy and faster to process. Identify three common challenges faced during ETL implementation in real world. First, poor data quality. Data may contain error or missing value or inconsistent format. Second, integration of multiple data resources. That means different systems store data in different structure. Third, performance and scalability issue. The largest value of data can slow down the ETL process. Okay, all. The next part, session B, my partner Wei Sun Heng will be continued.
Thank you, Ang Jun. Now I will cover the section B, that is ETL design and process flow. So the question propose a step-by-step ETL workflow. So step one, which is data extraction, we use four sources system, that is sales database, customer, product, and branch, and we use CSV and Excel import to import the data, and we edit the data in the Power Queries. And step 2 is data stacking. We store extract data in a staging area and help clean to transform data without affecting the sources system. And step 3 is data transformations. That is clean and standardize all the data and combine the data from the different sources. And step 4 is data integrations. We join the database using key, that is customer ID, product ID, branch ID, to build our facts table for sales and dimensions table. And the last step, that is step 5, it is data loading. We load the process data into the data warehouse, first with a full load, then with incremental daily updates using the Power Query. And this is the summarize of the ETL workflow. Okay, for section B, question 2, suggest at least 3 transformation operations. So I have put 3 transformation operation, that is data type conversations, handling missing value and inconsistent values, and renaming column. Okay, for the first one, data type conversations, for example, is convert the text date into date formats. And the second one is handling missing value and inconsistent value. Uh, for the method is standardize the value, like epo branch into the epo branch have uppercase, and replace with the logical value, like ipad 2, if we think logically, it is a tablet. And the third one is renaming column, so we standardize the column name. Example, phones, we renaming it to the phone number. So question 3, explain how would perform the data cleansing for the following issues: missing customer address and inconsistent product categories. So for the missing customer address, so how we check if address is null or empty and try to retrieve from backup system or previous record. If still missing, we can fill with the address not provide. And for the product categories, so we can standardize them to a single format, like all the text to the lowercase or uppercase. And for the duplicate transactions, we can check duplicate transactions ID in staging or keep only one valid record. or we can remove and lock duplicate records. We need to use primary constraints and use duplicate detection query. And that is for the sections B. Okay, so now I will move to the section C, that is applications and executions. So we will import all the data into the Power BI and transform it into Power Query to edit the data sets. So for the first data set is smart retail dirty sales. So for this sales data is problematic because it has missing value and wrong data. So for the sales date column contain several empty fields and incorrect entries. So we need to change the data type to the date format. After change the format, the data will include the error value. So we need to add a conditional column to create a new perfect values column. After that, we need to rename and remove the old column, and the data will get more consistency and logical. So for the customer ID column also have empty value, so this is not useful to analysis the data set. So we use the conditional column to create a new columns and continuing the visual representation of raw or unprocessed data. So based on the conditional column, we can get a new, more consistent data. And the next one is the product ID column also contain several empty field and incorrect entries. In the same way, we also create a new column to get more effective data to solve the empty value data. And now we move to the quantity column. This column have inconsistent or not useful value that is -2. So we need to count the -2 value by using a formula that is total amount divided by unit price to get a more logical values. After count, we also use the conditional column to form a new data column. After that, we need to rename the new data column and remove the old column. Unit price and total amount column also have inconsistent or not useful value. That is, for example, unit price. For unit price column, the value includes RM. So, so how we need to change the data type to the decimal number, and we will get more smooth data and consistent data. Now we move to smart retail dirty customer datasets. So for this dataset also has dirty dataset for each column. It has a incomplete value or empty value. So in this dataset, it have it already have a one row of the column name. So we need to remove the the top row only once, that is the name of the column row. After we remove the row, and we need to rename again the column name. And in this dataset, customer ID has empty value, so we need to create a new column by using index column that starting at 1. Then use a conditional column to add descriptive text data. After done cleansing for the column, rename the new column and remove the old one. And for the gender column has empty and inconsistent values such as has F and female, M and male. It's not completed. The same way, we also use the conditional column to renew the unperfect data. After that, we need to rename and remove the old column, and it will get a new consistent data column. And for the email data column, also have a complete data set. The data haven't filled by the people, so we need to create a new column and insert a suitable and logic email based on the customer name. This is the complete data for the email column. Is very consistent, right? Customer type also have many empty value that make the data set dirty. So we need to count the same person how many times he buys and use the conditional column to get a new column. For example, a customer buy above 16 times will count as a VIP. After done cleaning the customer type column, and for join date column, it have invalid date value. So we need to change the format or change the data type to date only. After change the format, it will appear error. So how to solve the error? We just change the value in the conditional column with a logic date. After cleaning all the column, it will get the new consistent data set. And now it's done for the smart retail dirty customer data set. Now I will pass to the Ang Ijun to
Thanks for that. Now I will move on to product table. The category column have empty field and incorrect entries. About 12% of data was problematic. For example, smartwatch labeled as smartphone and headset as wearable. We use a conditional column to recategorize product based on keyword in product name. iPad as tablet, iPhone as smartphone, headset as accessory, ThinkPad as laptop, smartwatch as wearable. The new custom column achieves 100% valid data. We then remove the older category column and rename custom to category. The standard price column had mixed data type. Some value were number, another has RM prefix as text. We changed the data type to decimal, which removed the RM prefix and give us consistent number value. Next, the branch table. Column were named generically as column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, and column 5 are not useful for analysis. We renamed them to branch ID, branch name, stated region, and phone, and removed the top row. Branch names were inconsistent because equal branch appeared in different formats. We standardized the branch name format to ensure consistency in the dataset. For example, equal branch was corrected to equal branch by applying proper capitalization. The stated column also had misspelling like Selangor instead of Selangor. We corrected them using replace value. For example, change Selangor to Selangor. For the region column, we create a conditional column based on the stated. The stated were grouped into region. Kedah and Perak were classified as north, Johor as south, and Selangor as central. This automatically populated the region for all branches. We removed the old region column and renamed the new custom column to region. For phone number, we use a conditional column with Malaysia Telco prefix to ensure proper format for both landline and mobile with correct area code. After formatting, we remove the original phone column and replace it with the clean version, which was renamed to phone number for better clarity and consistent. All cleaning done, we close and apply the transformation to load data into Power BI. 4 clean datasets were successfully loaded, including branch, product, customer, and sale. We create relationship between the seller table and the product, customer, and branch table using product ID, customer ID, and branch ID as foreign key. The relationship was set with many to one cardinality to reflect the dataset structure and support accurate analysis. This is the final data model structure as a star schema with cell as the fake table ready for analysis. Thanks for attention. Any question?